Now for our next genre, which is historical fiction. So I said it's fiction because it is fake and made up in some parts or ways or entirely. So that's why I said that it's fiction, but it is historical in the sense that it's put in a specific time period where they do wear more traditional Asian clothing and there may or is conflict with other countries or ethnicities. So to start off, the first one for historical fiction would be Love Like the Galaxy, made in 2022 with 56 episodes, played by Zhao Lusi and Liu Wu. Liu plays as Chang Xiaoshang, which is a cynical female lead who ends up meeting the male lead. And given her past, she doesn't trust people. She doesn't trust even her family members because everything that she's gone through. He is a general who works for the emperor, and she ends up catching his eye. So I was like, whoa, because he is someone who is higher up, and though she is from a noble family, it's very interesting seeing how these two characters play together. So if you like the trope of slow burn romance, you will like this drama because I initially didn't watch this drama because I was like, okay, it looks kind of boring, but let me just say the romance is there, guys. Like, definitely watch it. I think you will love it. And I also like the trope of a protective male lead. He's definitely it. Not for spoilers. So what made me watch was actually the trailer scene where you see her in a red dress and she's holding her hand out to the male lead and he's hopping onto the horse. That caught my eye and I was like, whoa, what is she doing there? Why is she wearing that bright red outfit? And then the scene that actually made me watch was actually the scene where I found out that she was lying to everyone that he was interested in her, when the funny thing is, like, she didn't know who he was. And then just her meeting him at that place, her finding out that she's saying that he's the one that really likes her and she's been rejecting his advances all this time. It was really funny. It made me laugh, and that's why I watched this drama. So these are some of my favorite scenes in the drama, and especially the fireworks scenes where he saves her and he just initially sees her from the crowd. But I just liked how he was out there to pick her up when she did some crazy antics or she did some stuff that would get her into trouble, and he would always try to help her out. This is the line that I loved the most from the drama and that also stood out to me the most, where he said, "Don't be scared, I'm here." And he said that multiple times when she was put in a scene where she was uncomfortable or she was scared or she was in danger. It made me swoon and I just loved it. I ate it up. I was like, man, where is the general in real life for me? Okay, guys? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I can have someone like that? I really liked him. And I think that seeing how caring of a character he was, even though as authoritative as he was, and he just tried to support her and he didn't restrict her to, and he was proud of her for being herself. I love that. I love that and I want that too. Okay, guys? So that's for note. Some fan-made videos you should watch that I recommend that was made for this drama is from MK916 and also Corey CC, because I think they really showed what this drama had to offer, and the humor in this drama is like very, very funny. Okay, I think you will like it. And MK916, that was the reason why I ended up even watching this drama, because like I said initially when it came out I wasn't interested, but when I watched that rendition of the drama and it just showed the chemistry between the characters and the romance, I was like, whoa, this is great. I'll probably add links in the description with their credits of where to watch it, but if you just type in what I wrote in the quotation marks onto the YouTube search bar, you'll find it. Would be The Long Ballad, which was made in 2021, and there are 49 episodes, and the cast is Dileriba, Dermat, and Wulei. Li Changge is the princess of the Tang Dynasty. Because there is a fight for the throne, she ends up having to hide away, and she also ends up befriending the male lead. And the male lead is a somewhat spoiler, but you're gonna find out. He is someone from another ethnicity, and they're also in opposition with each other. You will like this drama if you like hidden identities. And then for spoilers, so we end up finding out that they're actually on opposing sides in the first episode, but they themselves don't know that. He doesn't even know she's a woman until later. But I think it was just really interesting to see how two opposing parties will work together. She wasn't one person in the kingdom, and he did try to help her out at some points. But I think it was really interesting seeing how this trope of opposing parties actually come together and form a relationship, even a romance, because this is like a typical trope found in a lot of drama. So I think the way they did this actually kind of really well done too, because it did feel like a breath of fresh air. But the thing that made me really like this drama was actually the second couple. And they actually caught my eye. It's played by Jianci and Liu Yuning, and I think these two characters are really well matched for each other, and they also played the character roles very well. They did definitely feel like they were those characters, and this is actually my introduction to Liu Yuning's acting, and he did a great job in this role as Haolu, which is I would say he's higher than a palace guard, but he is someone that does a lot of fighting duties and also protection. So I guess you could say he's like a bodyguard too. But their romance is the best. I think this is why I actually like this drama as well, because these two characters are very cute. Seeing them interact with each other. Now for the notes, was it worth almost 50 episodes? Yes, it was worth it. I would say this drama was great. Like I said earlier, the trope of star-crossed lovers or opposition of parties, like a conflict with each other. We see that time and time again, over and over. But the Long Ballad did do a good job of it, and it didn't feel like recycled content. So I would say definitely give this a watch. From you watched it, what did you like? Now for the subgenre of family. So this drama was made in 2020 with 46 episodes, and the cast is Tang Songyun, Song Wei-long, Steven Zhang, Tu Songyang, and Zhang Xilin. This story revolves around Li Jinjian and her life, and it starts from childhood to adulthood. You will like this drama if you like the trope of found family, and this does feel very wholesome and warm, so I do really recommend it for those who are looking for those type of dramas. It does feel fulfilling to watch. Now for spoilers. I think what I really liked about this drama was seeing how different family upbringing and your environment can affect you as you grow up and even to your adulthood to, later in your later years. It was just really nice seeing how different the characters could be in comparison to the main female lead. And seeing how much the main female lead, how caring she was, how it impacted their lives and influenced them as well. And then same with her other brother, and how each brother had their own struggles revolving specific family situations, and how she just tried to be there for everyone, but also how growing up kind of changes them. It also shows different aspects like the Asian family culture, and also the overall arcing theme of family and how you're supposed to act and be filial. And I just love how Li Papa, at least they call him that, which is Li Jinjian's dad, how caring he was for the other kids even though they weren't his biologically. He was a great dad to everyone, and I would say he was even better than Song Wei-long's character's dad. But the mother, it definitely did show other aspects of the Asian culture, like gossiping and how children can be affected. It was just really interesting seeing how the mother characters conflicted to their father characters, and seeing where their flaws were at, and what did they lack, what did they not lack, who could have been a better parent, who could have stepped up. The other part I liked about this drama is how it showed how friends are like, because it showed two very different friends of Li Jinjian, and it felt like a very normal drama to watch. Now for notes. So these are some of the rent-free scenes that lives in my head. And in this scene, she asks him, "Are you ill?" after he confesses to everything that he was looking forward to and that he just thought about her. And I was like, whoa, he does seem like he is going through something. And the only thing she can do is just comfort him and give him a hug, and she's crying. She's saying, "Are you ill? What's wrong with you?" It's very heartfelt. Seeing everything that he had to shoulder and how she was the only thing that he was looking forward to in his life that was very dark. And then the other scene that lives in my head is the scene when Steven Zhang's character, he confronts his mom, and he says he wants her to live a good life, and he doesn't want to do anything with her anymore. And in this scene where he's just standing and looking at her, it definitely feels like he has reverted back to the days when he was a kid. And it does feel like he is a little boy talking to his mom and saying, like, showing that he is hurt, that she has, like, caused him a lot of pain for leaving him behind. And then later just showing, like, the other three main characters that they're there for him and, like, they're waiting for him and they're there to support him. Young characters as children themselves to, like, the older versions of the adults. It did feel seamless. It did feel like they were characters that grew into the older characters, and it wasn't just like some abrupt introduction. And just seeing all the scenes of, like, all the different little conflicts that they encountered, and the overall thing of just family. And sometimes, family isn't the people you're around with, it's people you choose to be with. And I thought the wedding was a really nice touch for the ending. It was a very happy ending. Like, Lee Papa ended up getting married to his wife, which is Demon Zhang's character's mom, and everyone was just happy. It did definitely feel like they overcame everything. This was a very cheesy still photo at the end. I learned a lot from this drama. So I think the main thing that I took away was that Lee Papa was a good dad in the way he took care of everyone around him, and he didn't lash out and, like, hurt the children like the other parents did, or nor, like, say that it's their duty. He just did it because he cared. And I think that's why that influence is showed in Lee Jin, because if he didn't care for her that way and Lee Jin didn't grow up super happy or, like, go lucky, everything else would have probably turned out in a more darker turn or more sad tone as shown in the other brothers. Now for just purely the romance theme, like, literally you're just watching this to watch the sweet scenes. I think you'll like these as well. This is Hidden Love, which was made in 2023. There are 25 episodes, and the cast is Zhao Lisu and Chen Zheyan. So Zhao Lisu plays as Sanju, and Sanju falls in love with Duan Jiaxu from a young age, and it shows her trying to navigate her feelings and her life as she grows up. You will like this drama if you like the trope of age gap. It didn't feel too overly complicated, and it did feel like something I did enjoy just watching in my idle time. Now for spoilers. I think they did a great job of showing how Sanju grows up into her high school self and then her college self, and seeing how her romance kind of has progressed from just like a one-sided crush into an actual confession of feelings to an actual relationship. And I thought it was also great, and I loved the dynamic between her and her brother, because it definitely did feel like they were siblings, and I could definitely relate to, like, when they were fighting over things. I like to call this one the tutoring scene because it made me laugh a lot when I watched this drama, and I could definitely relate to this. So in this scene, he's teaching her physics, but she doesn't understand anything, and he's giving her a bunch of terminology, and if you're not good in subjects like this, it does feel like you're just being thrown a bunch of words. So she's like, you didn't explain anything, because he's just telling her it's r squared and there's gravity and there's, like, the big F and the little f, and she's like, what? You can just see in her face, like, she's having an existential crisis, and she's, like, questioning everything. And then she's mad because she doesn't understand anything, but he's also mad because she's not understanding anything, and they end up having a pillow fight, and he ends up calling for their mom, and she's just crying because she knows there's no way out. Like, she's gonna have to learn somehow. She just flops on the bed. And I thought this was hilarious because if you have any siblings or, like, you've gone through this, I think you could definitely relate. So I think this was, like, a star-selling scene of this drama. And then the other scene I liked is what I like to call the piggyback scene. And this was also really funny because this is a scene where she was very conscious about her body. If you watch the scene, you will laugh too. Now for notes about this drama is that it's very cute. I think you will like it if you just want something to watch and relax. There's no, like, extreme conflict or plot twist that your brain for to pay attention to. Everything does kind of feel like it flows naturally. If you want to, like, sit in on a rainy day or just want to relax and watch this, I think you should. It is The First Frost, which came out this year in 2025, and there are 32 episodes. The cast is Zhang Ronan and Bai Jingting. This drama is actually a prequel of Hidden Love, so if you liked Hidden Love, you should also probably check this out. First Frost begins with the current timeline of the female lead, and she ends up meeting the male lead, and then we end up learning about their past together. So if you like the trope of forgiveness, I think you will like this drama. It does a very good job of showing it. And for spoiler, female lead, she continues to stay ambitious and she still wants to be as independent as she can be, despite everything that has happened to her. And even when the male lead comes back into her life, she still tries to be herself in the way where she doesn't rely on him, even though he does want her to. Stuck out to me in this drama was that she went through so much, and there was so much characters have hurt her, have caused her trauma, has caused her pain, and she still survived. Like, she still chose to be someone that tried to make a life for herself despite everything that's happened to her. The drama did a good portrayal of how the adults failed her, especially when she was a teenager to when she was an adult, and how like it also impacted her life and how real those impacts could have been in the real world as well, because there was no one to protect her, there was no one to save her, and she did not have a safe space despite everything she went through. And that's why I think I like this drama so much, because in the end, her safety zone was with her partner, the character played by Bai Jingting. He did a very beautiful way of showing how he was her safety zone, because she was scared of everyone else and physical touch, but whenever even like he touched his fingertips or like he touched her shoulder or something like that, she wasn't scared. She gave him hugs out of her own volition. And the scenes that made me really like the relationships that's shown between these two was when she started to like sleepwalk, and she would be missing him so much when he was away that she wouldn't go and sleep in his bed just so she would feel safe. Like, that part was so sad. Also, like, when he did notice that she was sleepwalking, and then he would go around their apartment and try to make it safe by adding like rounding corners, because she wasn't aware that she was sleepwalking. It showed how the two characters were making up for lost time towards the end because of everything they went through, and how she left everything behind, and she left him behind because of her fears and because of everything that hurt her. This is one of my all favorite time scenes, when it's one of the first few times she started sleepwalking, and of course when she sleepwalks she doesn't know, but he notices because they live together, and she ends up just crying quietly because she's not aware, but in her dreams subconsciously she sees the sun, she sees light, and she's hugging the light, but in reality she's hugging him. And I thought that was one of the most beautiful scenes from this drama, and it did show how much literally and symbolically he was the light in her life, and her safe spot is somewhere where she could be warm and happy. And then other scenes that I did like, but not for like happy reasons, but they did a good job of showing, which was showing how she has PTSD from like even in her dreams she's still running away from everyone that has hurt her, and how things still do trigger her because they are in her life still, and even when they're not in her life she has scars from everything that has happened in her younger years. For notes that I would like to talk about. So this is what happened in my head while watching The First Frost. Since The First Frost came out in 2025 and Hidden Love came up before that, with the actors and actresses that played in Hidden Love, it would be replaced with those. And I did feel like it was more fitting with these characters as well. Maybe because I did watch Hidden Love first, so maybe that was why. So this would happen, and then this instead, but I think it's also because right here they feel very young. They feel very, very young. She feels like she would look like a high schooler here, compared to right here in this timeline, in this drama, where she does look like a university student. And then for other commentary, I liked how it also showed how he did try to get her attention, and like he did really like her from the beginning. It wasn't just suddenly meeting, it was more of he really wanted her to notice him. And then the other part I didn't really like was how they introduced the somewhat love rival. I felt like that was kind of like just filler. I did like how natural their relationship did progress, because it wasn't super sudden where he was like, I'm gonna save you, like those type of scenes, or it felt very forced. It was actually very natural. After these dramas, it makes me think like, what now? Like, what other dramas are there that are good that I actually would like or would recommend to people? I'm just waiting and seeing how everything goes. So far, as of this video that's made, I haven't seen any that makes me like super excited like these did. So we'll see. If you watched the first Frost, did you notice this shirt in one of the episodes in the background? Doesn't it look like it says the first Frost as well? If you have any questions, I'll try to answer in the comments. It'll be a lot of fun. Maybe you like some stuff, maybe some stuff resonated with you, some didn't. I would also like to know your opinion. And if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Please be sure to subscribe.